In this video, I'll show you step-by-step how to install Project Nomad. It's 100% free, it's open source, and it works pretty much on any computer, old or new. I even managed to run it on an old 16-year-old Dell machine that I had lying around in the basement. And you know, this might be one of the most underrated survival tech nobody's talking about. So let's get started. Okay, so first thing we want to do is go to ubuntu.com. Look for products, Ubuntu desktop, download Ubuntu desktop. And we want the latest stable version. So it's going to be this one here, 24.04 LTS. LTS stands for long-term support. So download. And notice it's 5.9 gigs. So we will need a USB key that's at least 8 gigs or more to burn it. So this part is done. I'm going to pause it and come back. Okay, so as you can see, the Ubuntu image is completely downloaded. It took about 15 to 20 minutes. It's a big file. And now the next step is to burn it on a USB key. So we can also check out the steps on projectnomad.us. They're really good with documentation. So the next step is to create a bootable USB drive. They're recommending either Rufus or Balena Etcher. I'm used to Rufus, so I'll just download Rufus. Let's download the latest version, x64. I'm gonna download the P for portable. I like the portable stuff. Save, but you can, download whichever one you want. Run, yes. Do you want to check for updates? Not necessary at this point. I already have a USB key that's 16 gigs, so it's already showing here as a USB drive. So now I just have to select the image. I'll click select, go to the desktop, select the Ubuntu image, click open. Everything here should work by default. If you have any issues, you can try playing with the MBR and GPT depending on how old your machine is. Also, you can select this option in some cases, so add fixes for older BIOSes if needed, but in my case it's not needed. I'm going to click start. It's going to ask you if you want to burn it using the ISO image mode or the DD image mode. DD is the Linux native one, but in this case ISO image mode should work. If not, you can always try again with DD, just test it on your machine. So click OK. Here it's saying there's a grub mismatch. Yes, we can download the latest file. It's downloading it. And now it's saying all data is going to be erased. That's fine. Just make sure you don't have anything you need on that USB drive. Click OK. And now it's preparing the USB key or thumb drive. And this will take a couple of minutes, so I'll be back when it's done. So welcome to my workshop. I already set up a test machine that we're going to be experimenting with today. This one is a 2013 model, but I've set it up on even older models than this. I have this one here that is fully functional, but this one is a 2010, as you can see. So let's start. I'm gonna plug in the USB drive in one of the ports in front and boot the machine. And first thing I want to do is go into the BIOS settings. On this PC, the BIOS button is F2. So I'm going to press F2 until it goes in. Perfect, we're in. Then I'm going to go to the boot section, and then first device, I want it to be the USB key. So I'll use this here, the USB. And the second one, I want it to be the hard drive. This one here. Exit, save and exit. We should be able to boot from the USB key now. All right, so I'm gonna select try or install, the first option. Okay, so now it's booting the operating system Ubuntu. Yeah, it's preparing it. This should take a couple of seconds. Okay, I'm gonna select English. That's good. Accessibility is fine. My keyboard is English US, so that's good. I'm gonna use the wired connection. Yeah, whenever you can. I mean, wired's always more stable and faster. Next. I'm gonna skip the updates for now. I'll do them later. I wanna install Ubuntu. Interactive installation is good. Default selection is fine. And the only thing I would add here is maybe the third-party software, you know, for your graphic cards and other third-party drivers. So that's a good option to select. Okay, how do you want to install? I want to erase disk and install from scratch. So next, we're just going to call this home, and the computer name is going to be Nomad Test. The username is home, is fine. Password, I'm just going to put a simple password. That's good. Next. Time zone is Toronto, Ontario. That's fine. And then install. So this is going to take a couple of minutes. I'll come back when it's done. Okay, so I'm back. It's done installing. I'm just going to click restart. Okay, it says remove installation medium and press enter. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, and now it's booting. All right, so I'm going to log in using the credentials that I set up. Perfect. Next. Yeah, we can skip this for now. We don't need Ubuntu Pro. Do you want to share data with Ubuntu team? I prefer not to. Next. And then finish. Okay, now that Ubuntu is fully operational, the thing we want to do is update it first. We have all the command lines on the Nomad project website. So I'm just going to use the built-in browser, Nomad project. This one here. And then I'm going to go to install. It's very easy, just copy paste the commands. So, okay, the first thing we want to do now is update the operating system. So I'm going to copy this. To open a terminal, you can press Control-Alt-T. So Control-Alt-T. Okay, so I'll put this on one side. And I'll have the terminal on the other side. Paste. It's asking me for my password. I'm going to enter my password. It's updating. I'll be back when it's done. Okay, so the update of the operating system and the packages is done. This took about 3 minutes maybe. Not too bad. So the next step here is to enable SSH. That's a pretty good idea because you can connect to this machine remotely and use it. It's optional, but I recommend doing it anyway. This is a very quick step. It's done. And if you want to know what your IP address is, you can type hostname minus capital I. And this is the IP address, so I can connect to it from any other machine and manage it remotely. But for now, we're going to continue working on the operating system directly. Okay, so it's time to install Project Nomad. The first thing we want to do is install curl because it doesn't come with the operating system. So I'm going to copy paste. This is a very small package. It's done, perfect. And now we want to download and install the Nomad installation script. So I'm going to copy that, paste it here. This is probably going to take a couple of minutes. So I'm just going to agree to the terms and conditions, let it run. And when it's done, I'll come back. All right, so the installation is complete. And it's telling us here, you can now access the management interface via this address or this address, whatever you want. I'm just going to choose the local host, always easier. So I'm going to copy this and paste it in the browser. All right, so everything looks like it's working. Now we have to start downloading data and configuring the apps inside the Project Nomad. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add this to my favorites. I'm going to bookmark it so that I can always easily go to the main page. That's the local version, by the way. It's not the web version. And I'm going to go to easy setup. So I want to install the information library and the educational platform. This completes, this actually has Wikipedia, has the repair guides, medical references, all kinds of good stuff here. The educational platform contains the Khan Academy courses and some other stuff. I'll skip the AI assistant for now because this requires a pretty strong GPU. Next. For the maps, I'm going to skip them now because I don't want just, certain American maps. I want the whole globe. So I'm not going to select anything. I'm going to go next. And then for Wikipedia, those are the options you have. I would go with the complete one, but for the sake of this demonstration, I'm just going to take the quick reference one. And same thing for all the additional content. I'm just going to take I'm not going to select all of them. I'm just going to select maybe one, this one here. But in theory, I would want to download the full package for each one of the 6, plus all of Wikipedia, plus all the maps of the world and not just the ones for the US. So I'm going to go next. I'm going to click on complete setup. It's going to start downloading everything. And while this is working in the background, I can open another tab and go back to the command center, go to maps, and I can click on go to map settings. And you see now we have a new option. It says global map coverage. So this is the one I want. It's 125 gigabytes. I'm going to download this. And I'll be back when everything's fully downloaded just to show you a quick demo. So I took some notes to see how much actual storage is required for Project Nomad. For the operating system, Ubuntu, it's about 20 gigs. For the complete map of Earth, it's 125. For the full Wikipedia with all the images and everything is 115 gigs. And the additional content is about 80 gigs. So that's all the, medical information, survival, preparedness, education, DIY and repair, agriculture and food, and computing technology. So it gives us a total of 339, almost 340. So I would say the minimum recommendation is a 500 gig drive. If you want to install AI and choose, different models and experiment with it, I would probably recommend at least a terabyte with lots of memory, maybe 16 or 32 gigs of RAM. But if you don't have that much RAM, you don't need the AI component of it. But if you have a newer PC with a strong CPU, lots of memory, and a good GPU, definitely worth experimenting with the AI. But In this case, we're just focusing on some of this data here. All right, now the data is downloaded and we have the maps. Let's take a look at how the maps look. Okay, so by default, it's the US and Canada, North America. But as you can see, we have the entire world. Let's zoom in on Montreal, where I'm at. Here, let's go here. As you can see, there, all the street names are there. Plus, we have some names of businesses as well. See, that's pretty cool. Other than that, if you go to install apps, I installed those two additional apps. One is to take notes, and the other one is data tools. So for encoding encryption, I like this kind of stuff. So let's take a look at the notes app. So I can create a note, call it, let's say, note 2, save, go to menu and click on all notes. So I have 2 notes already. What else? Let's see. Oh yeah, if we go to the information library, we have some pretty cool stuff. We have the military medicine, we have coding lessons, we have cooking recipes like this one here, the tabbouleh. We have Wikipedia and Canadian Prepper, prepare for winter survival and emergencies. This is pretty cool. Yeah, and you can also install, I didn't speak much about it, but you can also install the AI assistant and choose which AI model you want to use. The only thing is this requires quite a strong GPU, which is not the case because I installed it on an older machine. But if you have a more recent machine and a good GPU, definitely worth a try to test it out, play with it. It's pretty cool. I experimented with it a little bit. It's your own private local AI, which is a bonus. But I like this Project Nomad mostly for the data. So like the maps, educational content, Wikipedia and all that. So that's it for the demo. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you in the next one.